Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is December 7th, 2020. We're here to do some math. My name is Roger Weitzel, and I will be your party guide. All right, let's do a problem that some people find interesting. So let us share the screen here. And we're going to go over to our CAMI worksheet here. And what we're going to deal with is where we know the final price and we're trying to figure out the original price. So our problem is Jared paid $131.84 for a calculus textbook. Now that's a reasonable price because you probably are going to get to use this or have to use this textbook for 3 semesters. We are going to pay 7% sales tax, and we want to know what was the original price of the textbook. So this is sometimes a little tricky because we're given the final price. Usually we're given the original price. So if we were given $131, let's see, we want to do $131 point. We could add 7% to that. But what we're actually doing is trying to find out a number we need an unknown number that we've subtracted or that we've added 7%. All right, let us try to break down this problem a little bit. So I think we talked about before that if we take, let's just give our little example here. If we take $100 and we add 20%, we know that that is this, when we do this, what we're doing is taking 100 and then we're taking 20% of 100. When we do that, we're multiplying by 0.2 and we're getting $20 as the result. Then we take that, $20 is the additional amount, add that to 100, resulting in the 120. We talked about the fact that what this actually is, the 20% is 20% of 100. And we also talked about the fact that when we're dealing with percentages, what we want is to take that as a decimal. So what we know is that if we factor out 100, we would know that that is 1 plus 0.2. That means that we're taking the original amount and multiplying it by 1.2. So when we add 20% to something, that's the same as taking the original amount times 1 plus the rate, and that is going to be $120. All right, what we're going to do is to rewrite this as the rate plus one plus the rate And now we're going to just put in the numbers from this problem. Let's go ahead and rewrite this. So 100 is the original, and 1 is the new. So let's put in the actual numbers here. So we don't know the original. We're multiplying it by 1 plus, and the sales tax as a decimal is going to be 0.07, and that's going to give us the 131.84. All right, now this becomes an algebra problem, so we'll just put this in. We're solving for x. We're multiplying by 1.07, and we're setting that equal to $131.84. So now it becomes a matter of solving for x. So we're going to divide both sides by is equal to 131.84 divided by 0.84. So x is going to be equal to 131.84 divided by 1.07. So the shelf price of this book is $123.21. So just to highlight a couple of things here. We're doing a percentage where we are given the final price, which makes things a little bit tricky. But if we set it up correctly, it becomes pretty easy. So we're given the sales tax, and so this amount already includes the 7%, and we're trying to figure out the original price. What we've determined is that we can set any problem to, we're going to take the original price times 1 plus the rate, and that's going to be equal to the final price. When we solve for the original price, it's going to be x times 1.07 is equal to the final price. We do a little algebra here. We divide both sides by 107. I'm going to get a regular marker, and that's probably going to help my writing quite a bit, but for the moment, please be patient. I'm going to divide by 1.07, divide by 1.07, and that's what I'm showing here. When I do that, I get this. Naturally, this number I started with is going to be less than the final amount. So I feel good about that. So the original price is $123.21. So at some point, this is going to come up. One of my bosses in the past asked me to figure this out for them, and I've got a couple of brownie points. So keep this in the back of your mind, and maybe you'll impress somebody someday. That's all for today. Thanks for playing along. All right, let's end this bad boy.